Heading into the Canadian Championship for 2014, first leg tomorrow night at home, Ryan. How are you approaching this game from a coaching standpoint?
Well, approaching it, obviously wanting to win. It's an important game at home. We're on the back of a couple of, heartbreaking kind of losses, to tell the truth, when the performance is probably warranted a bit more or a lot more. And that's kind of the ugly side of football. Sometimes it can be a cruel game, but we have to learn from it, and we have to get back to winning, and especially winning at home.
The home leg is probably very important to get out to a quick start. Is this, with no game this weekend in the league for yourself, will this be the kind of thing where you think you're going to put out a full starting lineup, or are you going to kind of mix and match based on playing time that you think players should get?
Well, a bit of both. We put out a team that we want to win. We don't have a game in the weekend, obviously, so that does help. But whoever we put out, we want to put out a team, a strong team that can win us the game.
And do you anticipate Vancouver mixing and matching their lineup as well as they do play a game this weekend coming up?
I presume so. That they've got a game obviously on the weekend as well, and they stay out on the side, I think. And it's one of those games. It was like kind of us last year when we played Montreal. We played a really young team at home. We won 2-0. We played the young team away and got hammered. So it's kind of, sometimes it's when you can play a young side, yeah. You generally get the best, and sometimes you get the worst. It's risky. So I'm not really sure what they'll do. We're only really concentrating on ourselves, to tell you the truth, and that's about trying to win the game.
And Carl's actually said that since it's a Canadian championship, he will probably play a lot of his young Canadian players. Do you look at it that way at all?
Not really, because a lot of our young Canadian players we try and play. They've done really well, But I think, whether they're from Canada or from elsewhere, it's a cup game. It's a really important game. I think you ask any player that plays in cup games, it means a lot to them, no matter where they're from.
Are there any injury updates with regard to the squad?
Jeremy Hall is out. Bradley Orr's in a doubt. And John Osorio's in doubt as well.
What is Bradley Orr's issue?
Calf.
And Osorio is a Charlie horse?
Dead leg, Charlie horse. I haven't heard that. I only thought 10-year-old girls say that. Charlie horse.
North American term.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just
Well, dead leg's not much better. It's like you're going to lose it or something.
Yeah, sounds like they could be amputated.
got to skip around the Rosebery Bush soon.
Will Joe Bendik finally get a chance tomorrow night?
Yes, yep, Joe will be playing. Yep.
What about your DPs? You going to bring those out?
Yeah, most likely. I think, they all want to play. They're all desperate to play. And they're all kind of, again, like Michael's just still getting back from injury, so he's only still finding his legs. Gilberto, I think we're starting to see, what he's kind of about. I thought he was really lively on against New England, and all of his performance needed was a goal. But I thought his performance was extremely lively, and he's looking better and better. And then same with Jermaine, just coming back, he's starting to get there. So in all honesty, they do need games actually. All of the boys need games. So we're in a good situation like that.
So with this weekend having been a weekend off this coming, and you're coming off a disappointing loss, does that mean this game has come at a good time or a bad time?
Oh, a very good time, I think. After any loss, you want to get back on the field as quick as possible, and so the guys are very disappointed in the result, but they can take a lot of confidence and motivation from the performance, and I think it's funny because nobody asked every game this year. I've been asked about position, and then now that we got 61% against New England, who's a very position-based team, nobody asked me the question, which is quite ironic. Normally,
tell us what you think then.
Where's the young smart aleck one who always keeps me asking me that somewhere? He's not here. But again, it's funny that's it's all about the result in the end. So we want to keep evolving in the way we want to play, and we are ironically we are getting better and better. Just the result's not backing it at the moment.
Ryan, you addressed this sort of in the press conference after the game, but Daneels came in for a lot of criticism for that game on the weekend. Do you think that's fair?
Look, and this is professional football. When you make a mistake which led to the goal, that's what everybody remembers. Everybody remembers that. But besides that, and you know, I'm not making excuses for Daneels. He holds his hand up straight away. But you take that away, the amount of interceptions he got, you know, he played really well. His passing was very good. He just took a wrong option. If he had kicked the ball into row Z, nobody would have remembered it. But that's these are the learning pains that young centre backs have to go through. And John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, all of them do it. All of them have gone through it. I went through it myself at that age. You just got to get them out of the system, and you learn.
You've been a big backer of Daneels since you got here. Sent him over to West Ham for training. He's 20 and an international already. How far in this game do you think he can go?
Oh, he'll go to the top. Yeah, I had to buy Sam Allardyce a couple of bowls of red just to get him back, to tell you the truth. So no, he'll go to the top. There's no question about that. He's got all the tools. You know, unfortunately, like any professional in any sport, you have to get put under the microscope, and any young player makes mistakes, and it's just his time. You know, ask Michael Bradley, ask Jermaine Defoe, they went through the same things. So you know, the difference between the ones who don't make it and the ones who make it are the ones who get back on the bicycle and keep on going.
And the transfer deadline's coming up in MLS, correct? I believe it's May 12th.
Yep.
Do you, you know, you say you're always looking to improve the club, but do you think, do you expect moves?
Potentially. You know, there's a couple of irons in the fire, but you know, only if we think it can help the team. I'm you know, very happy with the squad. You know, we could have a couple more players for a bit more depth, but the way they've kind of evolving, you know, forget even the wins and forget all the losses. The way they're evolving as a team is really good. It's really pleasing.
And just, I may have missed this conversation since I wasn't here on the weekend, but when do you expect to lose Bradley and Cesar? What will be do you have a game that you pencil as the last one you'll have them for? And possibly
yeah, Julio, 23rd or 24th, I think. Maybe just after that game, we'll probably lose him. Yeah, after the KC game. Jermaine, if he does, roughly around the same time. Jürgen wants Michael now, but or tomorrow. But we're trying to hold that. But I think Michael will probably be the 19th, 20th. We'll lose him.
And I asked you last week if you'd heard from the England camp. You said no. Then has there been any conversation?
No. So you know, I think we're all waiting. So even Jermaine. So I know Neil, you'll be the first one I contact though when I find out. So.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's to be a big list, that first one. I know you're obviously a big backer of Jermaine, but do you expect him to go?
Look, you know, for Toronto FC, I'd love him to stay, obviously, because of a quality player. But for Jermaine, and if I was England manager, I probably would pick him because you know what you're going to get with him. You absolutely know what you're going to get with him. The other young guys that are coming through, the names that have been thrown about, there's a little bit of you know, maybe ifs, and on that stage and under that pressure, probably the Brazil and the England national team are the hardest teams in world sport probably to play for in terms of expectation and pressure. And you know, Jermaine can handle that. And again, in the world's biggest stage, you know, you want to kind of knock out the variables, and I think Jermaine does that. With my TFC hat on, no, I hope he doesn't. Hope he stays here.